cyberpunks and retro nerds. Time of the Hammer here, flying solo for the moment, but pretty soon I'm about to be meeting up with my boys, Adam McDouglies and the dreaded Dean, for a segment I like to call What's in the Box?
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
And basically, what we do here is my friends pick out a movie that I haven't seen or we haven't watched in quite some time, and then we kind of fly into it blindly and review it all off the cuff style. So why don't you guys stick around, don't go nowhere. I guarantee you there's going to be some shenanigans aplenty today.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Just tell me, man. What's in the box?
Maybe you should come over here and see what's inside.
What is it?
Because we didn't get enough stupid when we did Jingle All the Way, Tom. Alrighty, internets, my choice today was The Dictator with Sacha Baron Cohen. Sacha Baron Cohen is one of my favorite comedians. He's fantastic. He would be the only person ever that would make me think that reality TV was a good idea. The reason I picked The Dictator today was I bought this on Blu-ray for $2.50, and I still haven't popped it in. I missed it in the theater, and like I said, I love Sacha Baron Cohen, so I've been meaning to watch this, and I figure what a perfect time, then what's in the box?
Hell yeah, I gotta agree. I was not expecting The Dictator, and I've only seen it once, but I love it. It's funny, it's hilarious. It's been long enough to where I don't remember the entire movie, so this will be a treat. I can't wait, And without further ado, I think we're going to cut to the trailer for The Dictator. So while we watch that, why don't you guys check it out for educational and historical purposes.
Fish.
Blowholes.
Yes.
I am for free press, fair elections, and equal rights for women. I can't say that.
On your mark. Get set. I ain't gotta tell you, but it's your boy.
America! Admiral General, welcome to New York City. I am here for your protection, but I have to say, I hate Arabs.
I'm not an Arab.
You're all Arabs to me. The blacks, the Jews, those blue tree-hugging queers in Avatar. Rise and shine. Nobody's gonna recognize you.
No.
Without this.
Is there any way you could lend me some money? Maybe $20 million.
I'm here to deliver my speech to the United Nations.
Look, it's too hot for crazy.
Come on me! Could you please take your hands off my breasts?
Those are breasts? I thought you were a boy.
I've decided to give you a gift.
That's sweet. What is it? Oh! No!
I'm getting a lot of this and not much of this.
Hey, hairnet. Kind of need you to hurry up, Chief. Chop, chop.
Hey, can you take out the garbage?
Stop that.
Suck it, loser.
You're a very nice man.
What the fuck did you call me?
Okay, guys, so we just got done watching The Dictator, and how'd you feel about the movie, Dean?
I loved it. It was my first go. I've never seen The Dictator before, and it's kind of a departure from Sacha Baron Cohen's other movies, like Borat, for instance. Borat is kind of set more like a reality TV sort of show, only reality movie show or something. At any rate, this is just a cut and dry comedy movie. Really fucking funny though. It almost had a Prince and the Pauper sort of feel to it, right. with some of the story arc.
I gotta admit, I think this is one of Sacha Baron Cohen's best films, just because it's a little more controlled than his other movies. which is not to say that the more reality TV aspect didn't work in his favor. I do prefer Borat over this. But this is, a nice change of pace. You don't want to see that whole documentary style movie all the time, right?
Right.
Out of 10 stars, I gotta say, I'm gonna give this one a 7. I think it's a solid 7.
Right on. I don't know if it deserves the 8. I would probably give Borat an 8.5, and that being said, I'd give The Dictator 7.5.
Oh yeah. So check it out, folks. If you've never seen this Sacha Baron Cohen classic, give it a peep.
Yeah, definitely. If you're into like rapid fire jokes and comedy, you don't want to think too hard. You just want a good, funny movie. But I guess it is a little thought provoking too, because it is a little on the political side. But
sure.
I think it definitely focuses more on the comedy, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you could do a lot worse than The Dictator in terms of comedy films. So, there we have it, folks. There's that movie. Now, pretty soon, we're about to be moving on to our good friend Adam McDougall's house to be checking out his What's in the Box movie.
What's in Adam's box?
And who knows, folks, it could be truly ugly.
Adam's box is ugly.
What am I doing?
What's in the box?
Not till you give me the
What's in
gun.
the fucking box?
Okay, guys, so here we are hanging out with the old Adam McDougall's, and I've got my good friend, the dreaded Dean, on camera.
What up, Internet?
And we're here to watch a movie with Adam, so tell us, Adam.
What's in the box?
Not till you give me the
What's in
gun.
the fucking box?
War of the Worlds.
Whoa!
Based off, of course, on the classic novel by H.G. Wells. This is the version from the 50s, and for a while this was kind of the definitive film version that they had out there. I mean, Steven Spielberg put one out in the 2000s, which was good in and of itself, but I still kind of prefer this one because, both movies are kind of different in their own way, and once you watch this one, you'll see what I mean. But, it's an old movie, but it still holds up today. It's still I find it very fun, and I hope you will too.
Okay, guys, I guess we're watching War of the Worlds. So while we check out the movie, why don't you guys check out the trailer for Educational and Historical.
This could be the beginning of the end for the human race. For what men first thought were meteors or the often ridiculed flying saucers are in reality the flaming vanguard of the invasion from Mars.
Looks like they're gonna come out of that gully pretty soon. We'll have to rush our defenses to be ready when they do.
The guy could need plenty of reinforcements.
We'll get them. Lieutenant!
Look! They slash across country like scythes, wiping out everything that's trying to get away from them.
That explains why communication is cut the moment their machines begin moving.
Montreal's blacked out. Nothing more's come through.
Same thing that happened on the Pacific coast. Anything from them yet?
No, Mr. Secretary, we've had nothing from San Francisco for over 5 hours.
The nations of the world mobilize their armed might, rushing to defend the Earth against the unknown weapons of the super race from the Red Planet. Is there nothing that can stop the Martian death machines?
Guns, tanks, bombs, they're like toys against them.
We know now that we can't beat their machines. We've got to beat them.
Alright guys, we just got done watching the original War of the Worlds, and I haven't seen this movie in quite some time. The last time I actually watched this version of the film was when I was a wee tot, and I gotta admit,
Tom was a tater tot.
I gotta admit, this movie scared the bejesus out of me at my very young age. The beginning sequence when, the comet comes in, crashes down, and just unleashes unholy hell upon mankind, it was just a captivating scene for such a young child to see. Now, with that being said, I also feel like Steven Spielberg's version of War of the Worlds has its place too, because both films kind of prey upon the fears of the American people during the time period. I mean, during the 50s, it was all about radioactivity and, war with different nations. In Spielberg's version, it was all about the war on terror and, of course, that horrible economic crisis when Bush was in office. But overall, what I'm saying is both films are very topical for the time period, and I feel like they're relevant. And we're here for the original version, so I'm going to give my review on the original here. And out of 10 stars, I'm going to say this is a solid 8. I love this movie. It's a classic invasion flick from the 50s. A lot of people would say it's their favorite. It's not my favorite, but it's up there, and it's by no means a bad movie. I like this movie, and that's pretty much how I feel about it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I mean, this movie is like the quintessential 1950s sci-fi alien invasion movie. I mean, it just encapsulates everything about it. And I agree. This film really made an impact on me when I saw it earlier. And I don't know, watching it now as an adult, of course you're a little more jaded, but in a film this old can't help but show its age at certain parts. I mean, I think this was made 1953, if I'm not mistaken. But it's still very entertaining. I mean, it's still just, I enjoyed myself a lot. I think we all enjoyed ourselves watching this again. It's just, it holds up today. And I mean, it just, there was a lot of ominous parts in it. I mean, and then I think the alien design was kind of really weird and creepy. I mean, I was impressed by it then. I'm still impressed by it now. I think it's unique. I think, if you're willing to kind of look past the fact that it's an older film and sort of willing to take it as it is, then it's an effective movie. I'd have to say, out of stars, I would give it about I'd give it 8 out of 10 because I mean it's a solid, entertaining flick. If you're into this sort of thing.
Coming into this, I think maybe I have a different perspective from these guys. I think giving this movie an 8 out of 10, that would definitely come from more of a film buff perspective. I don't know if I'm a film buff. I like movies a lot. Typically I like my comedy movies. I mean, we did watch The Dictator earlier. Anyway, like Adam said, this movie definitely shows its age. My first reaction to it, I actually can't remember if I've seen the original or not. I've definitely seen the Spielberg version, which I thought was good. It's weird though. It's the movie itself is almost a cliche. Where it's I know I've watched the Spielberg version, but I don't know if I've seen this, but I've seen it referenced so many times, it's you almost don't even have to watch it. But, I don't know, from my goofy-ass perspective, when the alien ships came up to begin with, I immediately was it looks like fucking Simon, from the 80s, the little puzzle game or whatever.
Maybe that was the influence, Simon, they were watching, I was like, whoa, that looks like a great idea for a game.
I love Simon Says. So.
And the whole time I'm it looks like a street light shooting sparklers.
Hell yeah, man.
So it's the special effects are definitely dated, but if you can put yourself in a mindset where nothing like that had ever been done to that point, or at that point, it's pretty amazing that they could do special effects like that, because it's not like they had computers to generate computer-generated images. So nowadays we're very much spoiled.
Dean makes a very good point in the sense that it's cliche in the sense that the War of the Worlds has been around for so many years, for a century now. And cool historical fact, H.G. Wells actually wrote that novel as a hidden tract against British imperialism of the 19th century. So think on that for a minute. But anyways, this film is effective. It's in the sense of implying that sense of ominous doom that you just can't stop, and that's what it's really about, is fear. And this film is very effective at conveying the fear factor, because it's humanity tries literally everything it can to stop the Martians, and it's none of it works.
And this is GH Not So Wells signing off.
That's the video camera.
هلا اجا الزعيم العظيم
على دين مذفقر.
الشعب يقول اني حاكم كريم.
ايوه لك تعرفون من هالشخص يا مذر فكر. لك وين الويد ولا لك وين الدخان ولا لك دخن
كالكبير عضهم ركضهم مثل بوب. خلي يسمعني يعني قد طلع الصوت. عربي حبيبي يلا نجتمع نحط فردقات سمعين ببيت الرقص بالكلاب. سكرانين خدرين الكل ينتخلون. حياة مأساة ولا تمنع ينسجمون. ونرقص كل ليلة وما نهتم بشي. متت رشاشة للبنت وما حد ما سمع شي. بنات باعوني غريبا ولا أهتم. خليني إياك كذا مشت شعري أهم.